Hi beauties. Today I have a really fun video for you. I have a collection of makeup products that have stood the test of time for me, that no matter what new makeup products come out, they don't top these. My skin type is oily combo. It's normal around the perimeter, and then I kind of get oily in my T-zone. And I also do have some aging skin concerns. So if you're interested in my absolute stellar 10 out of 10, the best complexion products that money can buy practically, you want to keep on watching. So I am really big on complexion products. I absolutely love foundations and concealers, and NARS just gets it right every time. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I wear the shade Caracas. This was part of a shade range extension that NARS had did. I used to have to buy Cadiz and Macau and mix them together, but I tried this foundation out when it first released. And honestly, I think this is one of the absolute most beautiful foundations for brides, pictures for taking photography or videography. This foundation is absolutely beautiful. It is a very thin texture. So a little bit does go a long way, even though the pumps are actually small, but a little bit really does go a long way with this one. And in this particular formulation from NARS, I think that the colors are very, very beautiful. I'm wearing it today, of course, and it is one of my favorites. This is one that I have repurchased and repurchased time and time again. Now, we talk a lot in my community section, and I ask you guys questions all the time to kind of get video ideas for myself, especially because I am making the leap to become a full-time content creator. The NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer is a concealer that I recommend for everybody. Again, for photography, and also really great for everyday use. This is one that's also great under mature eyes, if you ask me. I wear the shades Caramel and Sucre. It's under the eyes today, and the creasing. So you're going to want to make sure that you set your concealer with a really good loose powder or even pressed powder, because our eyes are prone to creasing. You just want to make sure that you are looking up and then applying the powder after you've made sure that there are no lines underneath your eye. But this concealer looks great on everybody, all skin types, and they have an amazing shade range. All right, speaking of a really good loose powder, this is a cult classic. I have repurchased again and again. This is probably one of my most repurchased makeup products in my entire collection. This is the Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder and Translucent, and then this is Translucent Honey. I have my under eye set today with the Translucent and then Translucent Honey all over the face. This is Old Faithful. This is something that I would put in my kit or put in my bag if I'm going traveling or whatever, for all different types of situations. Whether it be a super light day, you still just want to set your makeup. This is good for aging skin, fine lines, wrinkles. It's good for all skin types, all skin concerns. This is pretty much the only perfect powder that I have in my collection. Absolutely perfect, no concerns whatsoever. The only one that's a real close runner-up, if you ask me, is the One Size Translucent powder. That is the closest runner-up when I'm talking about all skin types, all skin concerns, both under the eye and all over the face. I cannot say that about very many powders, but this is that girl. If you don't have it, this is one that you must have. This is a beautiful powder, regardless of what skin concerns you have. Absolutely love. A bronzer. I have a lot of negative things to say about a lot of bronzer launches here recently, but when Fenty Beauty did it, they did it right. This is the Coco Naughty Sunstalker Matte Bronzer from Fenty. And she gave a great shade range. In my opinion, one of the most complete shade ranges aside from the NARS and Bobbi Brown. They both have shade range extensions. I'll put them up on the screen in case you hadn't seen them. But they came out a little while ago, but they have a really good complete bronzer selection as well. But Fenty gave us the shades and she did it right. And I have it on my face right now. The shades are very beautiful. There's two shades depending on if I'm in my winter color or my summer color. Caramel Cutie I could probably get away with during the winter time, and then Cocoa Naughty is definitely for the summertime. And it is the perfect balance of neutral and cool. So it doesn't pull too red, too warm. It's just perfect. It's one of my most perfect bronzers that I have in my collection, and it is reliable. Again, because it doesn't lean too red. I can pull it out with any look. All bronzers aren't necessarily created equally as far as the undertones are concerned. So if I'm wearing an eyeshadow look that's cool or eyeshadow look that's warm, I may want to consider what kind of bronzer I'm wearing. If it's a super red one, I'm not going to want to wear that with a super cool toned eyeshadow look because it's just not going to be cohesive. But anyhow, the Sunstalker bronzer in Cocoa Naughty, if you're my skin tone and you don't have this, honey, go ahead and get this perfect bronzer for your complexion real quick. Blushes are definitely having a huge moment right now, and I am here for it because I absolutely love blush. And I've always loved all makeup, but I kind of didn't really start loving blush until about 2018, 2019. I was always into the eyeshadow. And when Pat McGrath came out with her blush collection, I bought all shades. And I have two shades out for you. Those are the two shades that I have on my cheek right now, atop some other blushes that I'm going to talk about next. This is the Pat McGrath Blush Without Caution Sexquisite Seduction Collection. This is Electric Bloom, and this is Lovestruck. I have Electric Bloom more on the apple and Lovestruck more on the high part of the cheek, and it's exactly where it needs to be. It's a matte, but it's a soft matte, and some of the shades have like a reflect in it. Another most perfect shade, especially if you are a practicing makeup artist, you want to have a freelancer, you want to have this in your kit for anyone that is NC42 and darker. This would be the absolute perfect blush for them. And almost no matter what kind of eyeshadow, as long as it doesn't lean too cool. Paradise Venus from Pat McGrath is my favorite blush, period. It's perfect. That is my most favorite blush in my collection. I absolutely love the Pat McGrath formula. She just hit the sweet spot. And then the colors are very beautiful. You can use a light hand if you are a lighter complexion. If you're the deepest of complexions, these will show up on you beautifully. And again, perfection. All right, now as far as a cream to powder formula, I don't think anyone does it better than Miss Danessa Myricks. I do have it on my face today. The two shades that I am wearing are Jubilee. This is my absolutely perfect cream eyeshadow, a cream blush color for all situations, especially like my everyday go-to color. This is Dancing Queen. She is absolutely stunning. This really reminds me of the Kosas Chills blush. The color is beautiful. And then this actually reminds me a lot of the Pat McGrath Paradise Venus. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm loving underpainting and applying creams and then powders on tops these days. I highly recommend both if you love this kind of color. But if you're into creams and you just want to be one and done and whatever, this is the color, ma'am. This is the color. And fall coupled with a cool tone eye. No, not fall, winter. This is going to be stunning on all brown skin. Period. Love this. Love these. this pencil that I have on today. It's a ColourPop BFF number 3. And it is the perfect neutral brown, a mid-tone and neutral, which is important because sometimes I don't want my brown to have that reddish tint to it, okay? And for my lip gloss, my absolute favorite lip gloss formula ever is the Pat McGrath Lust Gloss. And these are my absolute favorite nude lip glosses, period. Now, Faux Real has a little reflect in it. And Flesh Fantasy, which this is my A1 from day one, perfect first love nude gloss. It doesn't have any reflect. It's just pigment. So I want to do Faux Real. Because I want to show you the reflect. This is my favorite gloss. It's not sticky. It does have some weight to it, so you do feel it on your lips, but I feel like it's hydrating. Like, it's not sticky or goopy. It is my favorite. It's the prettiest, and the nude color is absolutely perfect. It's a neutral nude. Again, I like my neutrals because I can pair it with anything. Now, last but not least, on today, products that have stood the test of time, products that I have no regrets about. I can just grab it and know that I'm good and I will be able to make my way in any situation. This is the Pat McGrath Huetopian Dream. That's what she has on the eyes today. This is my favorite Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette, period. Period. And I can do a neutral look with these 4 here. I can add my pops of color if I need to. I can keep a nude eye with my sparkly colors. I mean, I can dress it up, I can dress it down, I can do whatever it is. And then Pat McGrath's visual, period, are second to none. The weight on this palette is insane. I have every Pat McGrath Mothership palette, with the exception of the very last one that just came out a few months ago. I'm dragging my feet. Perhaps I will pick it up whenever the Sephora sale savings event happens in November or so. Whenever it happens again, I'll go ahead and get that to complete my collection. So yeah, these are all of the products that are amazing to me. And also, no matter how much newness comes out, these are products that I could potentially run to over those, or these are still unbeat. Okay? Unbeat in my collection, period. All right. So that is going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope that you like videos like this. If you want to see something else similar to this, let me know down in the comment section. Also, please check out the playlist of videos that I'm going to have up on the screen. And until the next time, I'll see you later. Bye.